Hey there, and welcome back, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Appreciate the subscribers and the questions you've been putting down in the comments. It's always very good to get those. I do reply to them as quickly as I can, and it's great because I get ideas for future videos, so please keep commenting. One thing I want to talk to you about today, and maybe it's just me, but Nikon has changed the image rating on the Z9 in a way that I couldn't have imagined they would. I'm not quite sure it's a positive or a negative. It's depending on your shooting style. Let me explain to you why. Here's my Nikon D500 that I've been shooting with for a number of years. When I take a photo with my D500 and I review it, I can easily review that image, hit the information button, add a rating, and I'm done. But notice over here, it's on the raw image. Why is this important to me? Because when I'm out shooting an event, typically I just want to get into the images, pick the ones that I want to put a star rating on, so that when I get finished, I can either sort by them or use them in Lightroom, and it's easy. It's very easy for me to put a rating on an image, and I primarily do all of my importing in RAW. Now, let's talk about the challenge on the Z9. So, Z9, I've got my photographs. Here's a photograph I just took the other day, and I'm looking at this image. I can tell what kind of image it is. It's a RAW. I hit the I button, and I go up to rating, and I get the cannot select this file. Now I sat there wondering, okay, maybe there's a setting in the camera that I didn't prepare properly. I need to change something, right? It's a new camera. I've got a few things to set up. So I looked at that 914-page manual, found the reference on ratings, and it said, this should be easy. It seemed like it was the old way to do it. But let me show you something here. As I look at this image and I see that it's a RAW, and I can go in here and I can choose another slot or folder. My JPEGs are on slot number 2, so I'm going to pull that up. And now I'm looking at the JPEG image, and look, here's a star rating. Notice here is my JPEG of the same image, same information. But now, when I click on the I button, I can add a rating, just like I normally would. Hit OK, and I'm done. So my first inclination was to think, that's it. I can't rate an image that's a RAW in this camera while I'm on the fly, while I'm out in the field. So here I have image 7710. It's a JPEG. Hit my rating button. Give it a 5. Go back. Choose slot and folder. I go back to slot 1. And now, when I scroll over, there's the RAW with the rating. So you can only rate your JPEG images on this camera, at least currently. It will give the RAW image that rating, but you're going to have to remember, if you want to keep things moving along quickly while you're doing this, to make sure that you're looking at the card you're keeping your JPEG on, which I keep one card of RAW, one card of JPEG, or when you're flipping through images that are on the same card, you're going to have to make sure that you're trying to rate the JPEG. It seems like an interesting way to do it. I'm not quite sure the logic. If any of you out there know why Nikon would make the change this way, please add it to the comments below. I'm going to have to make the change to remember to look at my JPEG card, rate on the JPEG card. It'll rate the RAWs, and then when I get back to Lightroom, it will show me those RAWs with the ratings once I've imported the photos. So if any of you who have a Z9 who would run into the same problem, that's the solution. But something to know when purchasing a Z9, you have to be aware that you're only going to put a rating on the JPEG. That's all I've got for today. Coming up with some new ideas. Definitely going to be getting to showing you some images for those of you who do not have Z9s, so stay tuned. I will be doing comparisons on RAW and JPEG and the information and 3 types of RAW that you can't see anywhere but in Nikon's software right now. So I'll be doing that, as well as revisiting the GPS and the camera and the accuracy. But for now, thanks for subscribing. Come back often. Leave your comments. Thanks for joining me.